Today it's windy. Fortunately, the wind is going to be going my way most of the time. Yay. Helping to push me up the hill. So I'm okay with the wind. And if it wasn't doing that, then it just makes me stronger. But I had like 4 slices of pizza a couple hours ago and I wasn't fully settled yet. I need to lay off of foods like that. Ugh. Delicious, but you know, maybe 2 slices would have been enough. That's why I'm fat. It is 104 degrees. Excessive heat warning. It really doesn't feel that hot. This is a dry heat, so once it gets over 110, it doesn't matter if it's dry. It's just plain hot. The other thing that happens is the heat reflects from the road, makes it feel even hotter. And this town is mostly road and crappy dirt. It's like concrete. That thing on my backpack's bugging me. I'm gonna lower my backpack a bit. Let this truck go. All right. I saw something interesting the other day, and it's something I've seen a lot of lately, and that is cyclists out at night with a red light on the front and a white light on the back. Or they'll put their headlight and taillight on their helmet. Sometimes they'll have the red in the front. Sometimes they'll have the white in the front. But either way, it's not a good idea to put it on the helmet. Whew. So let's talk about the red light in the front, the white light in the back. And I've seen a few people do that, where they'll do both a red and a white in the front and then a white in the back. It's just weird. Dude doesn't need that much room. Anyway, I can make that turn in the big truck without using that much room. Anyway, not to say that you should, but whatever. Anyway, so they put it on the front because they believe it makes them more visible for whatever reason. Either that or they're just trying to confuse people. I don't know. But they put the white one on the back because they don't want anyone hitting them from behind. And they put the red one on front because they think, oh, people will see that. But what tends to happen is people don't know which direction they're heading. So when you see a cyclist with his headlight on the back, so a white light is shining toward the back, you think, is he coming at me? And then you see the red one on the front and you go, is that guy going away or is he getting closer or what? It's hard to figure out what's going on. And that's because cars don't do that. You don't see a car with a headlight on the back unless they're reversing, in which case they're moving in that direction. Hence the light on that direction. So technically speaking, actually not even technically speaking, just speaking, practically, technically, legally, whatever, the lights tell people what direction you're going, which direction you're moving. White light goes on the front, just like it does for cars, motorcycles, scooters, tractors, everything. Bicycles don't usually ride in reverse, so white light does not go on the back. Red light goes on the back, just like it does for everything else. But what about visibility? You won't stand out from the crowd that way. No, but you'll be recognized as something. So just do it that way, it's safer. You won't confuse people, because otherwise you confuse people. Lights on the helmet. Move over, dude. Oh, nice. Anyway, lights on the helmet are a silly idea if it's your only light. If it's not your only light and you have the proper lighting on the bike, go ahead and stick lights on the helmet, who cares? But when it's your only light, which a lot of these guys do that, they make it their only light. What happens is, when you shoulder check, you disappear. So, imagine I've got a white light on my front, it's dark at night. I've got a white light on my front, red light on my back, and I turn and look like this. All of a sudden, I've got no light. Both my lights disappear. Sometimes the white light will be seen better, but usually the red light disappears. I remember several years ago, I was riding along and I'm catching up to this guy that's got a red light on his helmet. And I look at him and I see him and I'm like, I'm getting closer. And then all of a sudden he completely disappears. If you're gonna go, just go, dude. All of a sudden he completely disappears. And I was confused. I was like, where did he go? And then he reappears again. Now, it was at night. He was wearing all black. I don't know if you heard that Lexus taking off, but he's trying to show off. So he was wearing all black and he had no lights on his bike at all. He only had lights on his helmet. And so he completely disappeared, and I was like, where did he go? And all of a sudden he's back. And then all of a sudden he's gone. And then all of a sudden he's back. And when I caught up to him, I passed him actually. I didn't even bother with him. Then he catches up to me later. And he starts asking me about the spoke light I have, which is a really cool light. So I told him about it. And I said, you know, you might want to consider putting that red light on your bike instead of your helmet. And he goes, no way, man. This way it's up higher. People can see me. I said, yeah, but every time you turn your head, you disappear. He goes, oh, I didn't even think about that. Whew, I gotta show this off. Look, I hope you can see this. Look at that beauty right there. That's pretty. One thing I like about this part of town is we've got some nice old cars. So anyway, so I said, you disappear every time you turn your head. And he says, oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe I should put it on my back. I said, you could, but everybody sees it where the bottom of your seat is, because that's where it is on the cars. I said, you really should have a red light on the back and a white light on the front of your bike, and then you can do whatever else you want. You can keep that red light on your helmet. And he said thanks and took off. Well, he said thanks, followed me for a little bit, and then I took off. So it was a good, friendly conversation. Oh yeah, I did tell him where to get my spoke light. I told him 3 places, so it was all good. Well, I'm about done here. I'm almost home. All right, you guys. Keep being awesome and ride safe and click those buttons too. And I'll be seeing you on your left. I hate 4-way stops because of this. Everything's always evenly spaced and you can't get through. It's annoying. But you know what? I think roundabouts are probably worse. I don't know. I don't mind going through roundabouts. I don't know about moving into traffic after them. There's always gaps, but sometimes you just gotta wait a little longer. Stoplights create those gaps for you. They create nice big gaps, and you know, they move everybody along in clumps. That's kind of nice. This is a 25 zone for a reason, not because they just wanted it to be.